everybody. We're going to start with some clapping. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Not by might and not by power, by spirit alone, Ruach, shall we all live in peace. Not by might, not by might, and not by power, by spirit alone, Ruach, shall we all live in peace. The children sing, the children dream, oh, and their tears may fall, but we'll hear them call, and another song will rise. Well, what? Another song will rise. Well, what? Another song will rise. Let us clap together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Not by might and not by power, by spirit alone, Ruach, shall we all live in peace. Not by might, not by power. Shalom.
Yes. Hey.
Beinu shalom alechem. Alechem. Hey, beinu shalom. Shoo-doo-doo-wop, doo-wop. Hey, beinu shalom alechem. Alechem. Hey, beinu shalom. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Oh, baby, hey, baby, shalom alechem. Alechem, hey, beinu shalom. Shoo-doo-wop, doo-wop, hey, beinu shalom alechem. Alechem, hey, beinu, alechem, hey, beinu, alechem, hey, beinu shalom. Or Zarua, Latzadik, Uyishrelev Simcha. Or Zarua, Latzadik, Uyishrelev Simcha. Or Zarua, Latzadik, Uyishrelev Simcha. Uyishrelev Simcha. Or Zarua Latzadik Uyishrelev Simcha. Uyishrelev Simcha. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
How good it is,
How good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is to be together on this day.
how good it is,
How good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is to be together on this day. Ine matov ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. שלום עליכם,
Shalom Aleichem.
שלום עליכם,
Shalom Aleichem.
שלום עליכם,
Shalom Aleichem.
שלום עליכם.
Shalom Aleichem.
How good it is.
How good it is,
How sweet it is.
how sweet it is to be together on this day.
How good it is.
How good it is,
How sweet it is.
how sweet it is to be together on this day. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד.
When I say Boker Tov, everybody say Boker Or.
Boker Or!
When I say Boker Tov, everybody say Boker Or.
Boker Or!
Everybody ready? Thumbs up. Everybody ready? Hands in the air. Everybody ready? Wave them around. Boker Tov.
Boker Or!
Boker Tov, everybody. Good morning. So glad to be with you this morning. Today is the 4th day of the month of ER, the Hebrew month of ER. We are going to get a little reminder about where we are in the Jewish calendar.
We made it to ER.
We made it to ER.
I mean, it's a pretty big deal.
It is a big deal. Man, I thought we'd never see this day. Here we are. We made it to ER. 4th of ER, 5784.
Tishrei Cheshvan Kislev Tevet Shvat Adar Adar Nisan
ER!
Sivan Tammuz Av Elul Tishrei Cheshvan Kislev Tevet Shvat Adar Adar Nisan
ER.
Sivan Tammuz Av Elul. Amazing. Gave ER a little love. All right, it's time to go to your favorite place, Rabbi.
My favorite place.
I mean, I know you love it.
I do. Are you talking about Hebrew Town?
I'm talking about Hebrew
Hebrew Town
Town.
is my favorite place in the world.
Come on down to Hebrew Town. Now it's time to meet our rootin' tootin' sheriff to teach us some Ivrit. Yeehaw!
Can I get a howdy?
Howdy!
Can I get a yeehaw?
Yeehaw!
I'm so excited to be here this morning. You have no idea because it's the first day of Hebrew school and I'm so glad to meet you.
What?
What?
Wait, it's not?
No, we're a little
I'm
late.
a little late.
Sheriff.
Wait,
Sheriff.
it's not the first day of Hebrew school?
No, Sheriff.
It's the last day.
That's not
Wait a
true.
minute, I'm
That's
so
not really
confused
true
because
either,
I
but
came
yeah,
to
no,
teach
it's-
you a word today
Somewhere.
about nice
Sheriff.
to meet you. Well, that's kind of weird. Well, we're going to do it anyway. Everybody say Na'im Me'od.
Na'im
Very
Me'od.
good. Na'im Me'od.
Na'im
Me'od.
Me'od.
Everybody say Na'im Me'od.
Na'im
And
Me'od.
what does it mean?
Nice to meet you.
Very good. You guys are awesome. We'll see you all later.
Bye,
Thanks,
Sheriff. It was nice to meet
Bye,
you.
Sheriff.
All right. Well, it's your turn.
Yeah, so it's hard to top that energy. But I want you all to stand up for this.
Yes.
I'm very grateful for waking up in the morning. I hope you all are too, so you can be here. And we're going to give some thanks with Modeh Ani. Repeat after me. Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Lefanecha.
Lefanecha.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Lefanecha.
Lefanecha.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Lefanecha.
Lefanecha.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Lefanecha.
Lefanecha.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Modeh Ani.
Lefanecha.
Lefanecha.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Melech Chai
Modeh Ani.
Modani.
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 Lefanecha.
Lefanecha.
Lo chai v'kam.
Lo chai v'kam.
Modani.
Moda'ani.
Modani.
Moda'ani.
Lefanecha.
Lefanecha.
Melech chai v'kayam.
Melech chai v'kayam.
Amazing. All right, well, sit back down. Got to get ready for our rap. And I think Rabbi's side's going to start.
All right, we got this.
And
you guys.
then we're going to echo.
We're
You guys
all in.
ready?
So ready.
All right, let's get our beat going, Troy. 1, 2, 3.
I said ho, I said hey, I said are you ready to pray?
I said ho, I said hey, I said are you ready to pray?
Oh, listen up, listen up, listen up, listen up, let's come together to pray.
Listen up, listen up, listen up, listen up, let's come together to pray.
I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is how you make a minion.
I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is how we make a minion.
I said hey, I said you. Now let's all stand up for Baruch.
I said hey, I said you. Now let's all stand up for Baruch.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yalla la la la, yalla la la la, yalla la la la, yalla la la la. Yalla la la la, yalla la la la, yalla la la la, yalla la la la. TAs.
Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach.
Everybody together. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Yalla la la la, 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 yalla la la la.
And we continue right into our not so new song, Marabu.
There it is.
Oh, 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 Marabu, 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 Ma'asecha Adonai. Marabu, 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 Ma'asecha Adonai. Kulam bechokma asita, kulam bechokma asita, kulam bechokma asita. Marabu. Marabu, 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 Ma'asecha Adonai. Marabu, 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 Ma'asecha Adonai. Time for our Shema. Let's just take a deep breath. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. It's time for our Ve'ahavta prayer. Love Adonai. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. With all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might, with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Take these words that I command this day and keep them in your heart. Take these words that I command this day and keep them in your heart. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God.
So, we've been talking about the last couple of weeks about a wonderful saying in Hebrew, Hakarat Hatov. Who remembers what that might be? Hakarat Hatov. Do you remember? I heard a sand. I saw a sand. A hand. A sand hand. Anybody? Back there, I'm ready. Appreciation of the good things in life. I love it so much. And who wants to tell me something that they can appreciate in life? Yes. Your mom.
so
What a
nice.
wonderful reason today because it's...
Mother's Day.
Oh, you guys are
Good
awesome.
answer.
Anybody else? What's one?
Everything.
Everything. What's another one? Your mom? Your mom again. What else? Yes. Anyone in the back? I'm ready, in the blue shirt. Just life. Life is great.
Okay,
We can
good.
definitely appreciate
answer.
life. So we're going to remember that as we finish out the year today, we're going to remember and appreciate the good things in life, especially today, our family together.
Yes, and we're going to need those yeehaws, nice and excited and enthusiastic after each line. So, wake up in the morning. Yeehaw! Get myself going.
Yeehaw!
Feel myself growing.
Yeehaw!
Thank my lucky stars today. Thank you for my body,
Yeehaw!
for keeping me healthy.
Yeehaw!
I'm strong and mighty. Yeehaw! Thank my lucky stars today. Toda, toda, toda rabba. Toda, toda, toda rabba. Thinking of my family.
Yeehaw!
Think how much they love me.
Yeehaw!
Always there to hug me.
Yeehaw!
Thank my lucky stars today. For the ground under my feet.
Yeehaw!
For the cold and for the heat.
Yeehaw!
For the food that we eat. Yeehaw! Thank my lucky stars today. Toda, toda, toda rabba. Toda, toda, toda rabba. Toda, toda, toda rabba. Toda, toda, toda rabba.
That was beautiful. Thank you, everybody, for your beautiful voices. I want to tell you a little story this morning about King Solomon, who the Bible tells us was a great, important, and most importantly, a very wise king in the Bible a long, long time ago. As this story goes, one day King Solomon was in his study and he was reading and learning like he loved to do. The window was open, a nice breeze was blowing into the room. It was a beautiful summer afternoon. And then in from the window came a bumblebee flying into his study. And the king didn't even notice, but the bumblebee flew in and landed right on the tip of his nose and gave him such a sting. Ow! Woo! Hurt so bad, King Solomon grabbed the bumblebee in his hand. And he said, "Don't you know who I am? I'm the king of Israel. I'm the smartest, wisest, most powerful, and important person in the entire land. I should squish you right now." But then King Solomon, the bee stung him on the nose. It hurt his nose, and he was ready to squish him. But then King Solomon thought, and he said to himself, you know, maybe the smarter thing to do isn't to try to hurt somebody back who hurt you. Maybe the smartest thing to do is to be kind and wait for the next day. So King Solomon let the bee go, and the bee was very grateful and flew off to go and do whatever it is bees do during the day. I don't know. Make honey. Sure, make honey. That's what they did, so I went have to go make some honey. A few days later, the king was welcoming a very important guest, a queen from another kingdom, the Queen of Sheba. There are lots of famous stories about the relationship and the friendship between Queen Sheba, the Queen of Sheba, and King Solomon of Israel. They both had a lovely friendship, and both of them had sort of a running argument about which of the two of them was more clever, the queen or the king. The Queen of Sheba came to King Solomon's palace, and she said to him, "I have a test for you, and once and for all, we're going to learn which of the two of us is smarter. I have had my royal artists create 2 beautiful bouquets of flowers. They used paper and cloth and glue, and they look just like the real thing. And I have in front of me here 3 bouquets of flowers, 2 that are pretend and 1 that is real. And the smartest person in the land will be the one who can tell which is real and which are fake. But you can't touch them, and you can't smell them. You just have to look." So King Solomon looked really closely, and all of them looked the same, and they all looked like they must have been real flowers. The colors were right, the textures were right, the shapes were right. He couldn't tell, and he was starting to get very nervous that he was going to lose this contest and not be thought of as the smartest guy in the land anymore. And just then, through the open window, bzzz, came the same bumblebee, who remembered that King Solomon had been kind to her and didn't squish her and let her fly off to go make honey. And so she flew in and landed right on the real flowers, because that's what bees like to do. They like to find the flowers. So the bee landed on the flowers, and the king knew then which was the right answer. Even though the queen didn't see the bumblebee, the king knew that she was there. And the king confidently walked over and pointed to the right bouquet and said, "This is the right one, and I am the smartest one in the land." The queen recognized that the king had won the argument for that day, and that for the rest of the day, he could boast that he was the smartest person in the land. Their friendship would continue, and they'd have lots of other conversations about being smart and being clever and being kind. But the most important thing that they learned that day was that when somebody hurts you, the right thing to do isn't always to try to hurt them back, but instead to try to be patient and kind and calm and merciful, so that both of you can live to see another beautiful day. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
But don't leave.
But don't leave.
All right. So that was a great story. And we are counting the days between 2 holidays. Does anybody remember when we're counting between? We had before we passed?
Over.
Oh, I see what you did there.
See what I
What
did?
holiday just happened?
Passover!
And we're counting the days from Passover all the way to
Shavuot.
Yes.
Nice.
And these are the days of the Omer. So we're going to practice our blessing. So you're going to repeat after me. Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Eloheinu melech.
Eloheinu melech.
Haolam.
Haolam.
Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav.
Asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav.
Vitzivanu
Vitzivanu.
al Sfirat HaOmer.
Al Sfirat HaOmer.
Beautiful. Hayom Shmona Asar Yom Shehem Shnei Shavuot ve'arba'a Yamim LaOmer. Today is 18 days, which we count as 2 weeks and 4 days of the Omer. 2 weeks plus 4 days makes 18 days of the Omer.
Amazing. All right, we've counted the Omer. Now just a couple announcements before we sing our last song of the day. One is Happy Mother's Day! Yay! Pickup today is at 11:30, and there is no aftercare, and there is no more choir. So we're all finishing at 11:30. And then next week is our last Sunday together of the year. And so we hope you'll join us for a special awards and closing T'filah at 9. Dismissal is going to be at 10 with a really fun Israel birthday bash to follow. So we hope you'll pick up your kids at 10 and then join us for lots of fun at our Israel birthday bash. So speaking of Shavuot, which we were counting our way towards, I thought we'd sing a little song about the Torah. But we have to just remind ourselves all our books and our movements for them. So when we do Genesis, we're going to open the book because it's the first book, Genesis, and then Exodus. We're marching because we're trying to get out of Egypt, right? Exodus. And then Leviticus is full of lots of laws, so we're going to give it our jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
Because it just means that. And then Numbers we're going to count because we're counting all the people. And then Deuteronomy, boom. Exactly right. That's amazing. All right, so here we go. What are the books of the Torah? The books of the Torah.
5 books of Moses. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy.
Genesis starts us out with creation.
We learn of our fathers and mothers who paved the way. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, we know their names. What are the books of the Torah? The books of the Torah. 5 books of Moses. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Exodus tells the Passover story. In Egypt, the Israelites were slaves. Moses led them down to the water. Crossed the Red Sea, then they were free. We celebrate. What are the books of the Torah? The books of the Torah. 5 books of Moses. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Leviticus gives the laws of our people. Numbers finds us wandering in the sand. Deuteronomy tells the final words of Moses. Lessons to teach before we reach the promised land. What are the books of the Torah? The books of the Torah. 5 books of Moses. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy.
One more time.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy.
Amazing.
Amazing.
All right. Well, it has been so much fun to be with you all this morning. We're going to send you on your way. We're going to start with our pre-K and our 3rd graders. Arctic menta, chocolate banana. Arctic menta, chocolate limon.
Arctic menta, chocolate banana. Arctic menta, chocolate limon. Whoa, chocolate banana. Whoa, chocolate limon. Whoa, chocolate banana. Whoa, chocolate limon.
And how about our 2nd graders?
Arctic menta, chocolate banana. Arctic menta, chocolate limon. Arctic menta, chocolate banana. Arctic menta, chocolate limon. Whoa, chocolate banana. Whoa, chocolate
chocolate limon. Whoa, chocolate banana. Whoa, chocolate limon. Amme, Amme Yisrael Chai. Amme, Amme Yisrael Chai. Amme, Amme Yisrael Chai. Amme Yisrael Chai. Whoa, Davinu Chai.
First grade.
Whoa, Davinu Chai. Whoa, Davinu Chai. Whoa, Davinu Chai. Amen, Amen, Amen Yisrael Chai. Amen, Amen, Amen Yisrael Chai.
Kindergarten.
Amen, Amen, Amen Yisrael Chai. Amen, Amen, Amen Yisrael Chai. Whoa, Davinu Chai. Whoa, Davinu Chai. Whoa, Davinu Chai. Whoa, Davinu Chai.
Yay.
Rock and roll.
All right, we're going to start some singing. 1, 2, 3. We're going to clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Not by might and not by power, by spirit alone, Ruach, shall we all live in peace. Not by might, not by might, and not by power, by spirit alone, Ruach, shall we all live in peace. The children sing. The children dream, oh, and their tears may fall, but we'll hear them call, and another song will rise. Well, what? Another song will rise. Well, what? Another song will rise. 1, 2, 3, let's up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Not by might and not by power, by spirit alone, Ruach, shall we all live in peace. Not by might, not by power, shalom. Hey, 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 nu shalom, alechem. Ooh, ah, alechem, hey, veinu shalom. Shibidi-wap-di-wap, hey, veinu shalom, alechem. Ooh, ah, alechem, hey, veinu shalom. Hine ma tovu b'nayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu b'nayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
To be together on this day. How good it is.
how good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
To be together on this day. Ine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Ine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shalom aleichem. 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 How good it is.
how good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
To be together on this day. How good it is.
how good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
To be together on this day. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Well, Boker Tov, everybody.
Boker
So good to be together with you on this beautiful, fine ER morning. Yes, we've made it to the month of ER. Seemed like it was never going to get here. Here we are. The month of ER is the month of Israel's birthday. We are today in the 4th day of the month of ER, 5784.
Tishrei Cheshvan Kislev Tevet Shvat Adar Nisan Iyar Sivan Tammuz Av Elul.
One more time.
Tishrei Cheshvan Kislev Tevet Shvat Adar Nisan
ER.
Sivan Tammuz Av Elul.
Cha-cha-cha.
So I'm very grateful for being able to wake up this morning so I could see you all guys. Imagine what it would be like if you just couldn't wake up. So you wouldn't be able to see any of your friends ever again. So I want to sing some Moda Ani. So everyone stand up so we can give thanks for waking up this morning. Thank you. Now repeat after me. Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Lefanecha.
Lefanecha.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Lefanecha.
Lefanecha.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Lefanecha.
Lefanecha.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Lefanecha.
Lefanecha.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Lefanecha.
Lefanecha.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Moda Ani.
Lefanecha.
Lefanecha.
Melech Chai v'Kayam.
Melech Chai v'Kayam. All right, we're awake. And we're standing up, which is perfect because it is time
We're ready
for
for
Baruch Hu. Yalla I awake.
Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai.
And we move right into our Marabou.
Shema. Let's take a deep breath. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. I want to invite up my 7th graders and anyone who's started studying for B'nai Mitzvah that wants to join us for a leading Ve'ahavta today. And we're all going to sing along with them. All right. And do our trope moves. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ela asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
All right. I think it's time for some Micha Mocha. Oh, I put in the wrong one. I wanted to do this one. But we can do that one.
Either one works.
Okay.
You tell me which one you like.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot Osei Felech, nora tehilot Osei Felech. Yalla la la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la. All right, it is time for our Amidah. Please rise. Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, Umevi Geulah livnei v'neihem, Leman Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah Rav le'hoshia, Morid hatal, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofech olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha bal gevurot, Umidom elach, Melech memit umechayev, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman ata le'achayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol. You may be seated.
All right, good morning, everybody. Good to see your faces this morning. In our Marabu song this morning, we learned the word chokhmah, kulam bechokhmah asita. Chokhmah means wisdom. I want to tell you a story about a Jewish figure from the ancient past who is said to have had more chokhmah, more wisdom than anybody else, and that is King Solomon. Everybody said that King Solomon was the wisest person in all the land when he was king of Israel. So I want to tell you a story about King Solomon's chokhmah, about his wisdom, that's also about his kindness. One day, King Solomon was in the royal palace in his study room doing some reading and learning and studying, which he loved to do because he loved to increase his chokhmah. And while he was sitting there learning and reading and studying, the window was open. It was a beautiful summer day. A breeze was blowing in through the window. He could smell the trees and the plants and the flowers. And through that open window came a little bee flying into King Solomon's study room. And while he was sitting there reading, the bee flew over and stung him right on the nose. Ouch. Poor King Solomon was very upset and very startled, and he was interrupted from his reading, and he grabbed that bee in his hand. And he said, "Don't you know who I am? I'm the smartest, most powerful, wisest, and most important man in the land, and you dare to sting me on the nose? I should squish you into nothing." But then for a second, he thought, and he remembered something that he had just been learning, which is that if somebody hurts you, it's not always the best choice just to try to hurt them back. Sometimes the best thing to do is to think about your feelings and deal with them and see if you and the person who hurt you can work it out. So it's hard to sort of work things out with an insect, but he said to the bee, "I'm not going to squish you this time, I'm going to let you go." And I want you to remember that the mighty King Solomon spared your life. They let the bee fly away. A few days later, King Solomon was entertaining a guest at his palace, the Queen of Sheba. There are a lot of stories about the relationship, the friendship between King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. They were good friends. They were pen pals. They stayed in touch from her kingdom to his. And they had a running disagreement about which of the two of them was more clever. So the Queen of Sheba had come all the way to King Solomon's palace to present him with a test to see how smart and clever he is, and to see if she or he is the more clever one. So she came into the king's throne room, and she had in her arms 3 beautiful bouquets of flowers. She said to him, King Solomon, I have taken all of the wisest, most capable, most talented and wonderful artists in my whole kingdom. People who work with paint and fabric, people who work with metal and stone, and I got them together to create 2 perfect fake replicas of flowers. I have 3 bouquets here. Only one of them is real. The other 2 are made out of paper and paint and wax and wire, and no one in my kingdom can tell the difference. And if you can tell which of these 3 bouquets is the real bouquet, then we'll know that you are cleverer than I thought you were. You can't touch them. You can't smell them. All you can do is look. So King Solomon went over to the 3 bouquets, looked very, very closely, and they looked identical. He couldn't believe that any of them was fake because they looked so real. The texture, the color, the way the petals waved in the breeze. And while he was sitting there thinking and contemplating and getting very worried that the Queen of Sheba was not going to think he was very clever after all, in the open window, bzzz, came his friend the bumblebee. That bee remembered that the king had spared her life, and so she wanted to help him out as well, and she flew right to the real bouquet of flowers and landed on it and started gathering pollen, because that's what bees do. When the king saw where the bee had landed, he knew right away which of those 3 bouquets was right, and he pointed confidently to it, and the queen had to admit that he was right. So that day, King Solomon won the argument with the Queen of Sheba to show that he was really a person of great chokhmah, of great wisdom. But most importantly, he won the dispute because he was also a man of kindness and gentleness. And because he chose not to hurt the bee that had hurt him in the first place, he won the dispute, and he and his friend had another wonderful day together. I hope you guys have a great week this week and find ways to make amends with somebody who has hurt you rather than trying to hurt them back.
Thank you for that awesome story.
You're
and
welcome.
Now we are going to count the Omer. We are counting between the holidays of, what was the holiday we passed? Passover. And we're counting all the way 49 days to Shavuot. I think it was a teacher who said
You got
that.
it. Shavuot. Between Passover and Shavuot.
All right. And so here's our blessing for counting the Omer. Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Eloheinu melech.
Eloheinu melech.
Haolam.
Haolam.
Asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav.
Asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav.
V'tzivanu.
V'tzivanu.
Al sfirat ha'omer.
Al sfirat ha'omer. Hayom 18 yom shehem shnei shavuot ve'arba'a yamim la'omer. Today is 18 days, which is 2 weeks and 4 days of the Omer. We count our Omer in days and in weeks. Today we are day 18, 2 weeks and 4 days.
Okay, we've counted the Omer. A couple announcements before we sing one last song this morning. So there is no small group Hebrew or Chugim today. Pickup is at 11:30. And next week, I can't believe it, but it's our last day of Sunday school for the year. And so we hope you'll join us for special awards and closing T'filah at 9. And then dismissal will be at 10 with a special Israel birthday bash. So we'll kind of a little like our Purim Carnival vibes, but celebrating Israel. It'll be really fun. So we look forward to seeing you all next week for that. And so we're going to sing one more song this morning, thinking of Shavuot coming up, a holiday where we celebrate receiving the Torah. And so we're going to sing our song about where we put our Torah, which is called what? Aron? Oh, it's already up there.
Oh, yeah, this. The Aron
Well, I gave it away with my
HaKodesh.
slide. But let's all stand up.
Here we go. Come on up.
All right, here we go. Where you gonna put your coat? Aaron, Aaron, where you gonna put your Torah? Aron HaKodesh. The Aron HaKodesh is the holy ark. It's where we put the Torah. The Aron HaKodesh is the holy ark. It's where we put the Torah. Gonna stand up when we open the ark. We're gonna stand up when we open the ark. We're gonna stand up when we open the ark. We're gonna stand up when we open the ark. We're gonna sit down when we close the ark. We're gonna sit down when we close the ark. All right, that's the whole thing. Let's take it one more time from the top. Here we go. Where you gonna put your coat? Aaron, Aaron. Where you gonna put your Torah? Aron HaKodesh. The Aron HaKodesh is the holy ark. It's where we put the Torah. The Aron HaKodesh is the holy ark. It's where we put the Torah. Gonna stand up when we open the ark. We're gonna stand up when we open the ark. We're gonna stand up when we open the ark. We're gonna stand up when we open the ark. We're gonna sit down when we close the ark. We're gonna sit down when we close the ark. Amazing. Thank you for singing and dancing with me. And we're going to send you on your way.
Before you guys leave, one quick announcement for you. I have an important update. The restrooms in the north foyer right here are not working this morning. So if you have to go to the bathroom, the closest restroom from here is the one in the rotunda. Please use that one or the one by your classrooms. These restrooms are not working. Thank you so much.
All right, we're going to start by sending our 7th graders on your way. Arctic Menta Chocolate Banana. Arctic Menta Chocolate Limon. Arctic Menta Chocolate Banana. Arctic Menta Chocolate Limon. Oh, chocolate banana. Oh, chocolate limon. 6th grade. Oh, chocolate banana. Oh, chocolate limon. Arctic Menta Chocolate Banana. Arctic Menta Chocolate Limon. Arctic Menta Chocolate Banana. Arctic Menta Chocolate Limon. Oh, chocolate banana. Whoa, chocolate limon. Whoa, chocolate banana. Whoa, chocolate limon. 5th grade. Ame, ame, ame Yisrael. Ame, ame, ame Yisrael. Ame, ame, ame Yisrael. Ame, ame, ame Yisrael. Whoa, Davidu Chai. And 4th grade. Oh, oh, Davidu Chai. Whoa, oh, Davidu Chai. Whoa, oh, Davidu Chai.